Hey everyone, welcome to Drop Your Buffs, Survivor Samoa. So the premiere was last night, and oh my god, I loved it. I think the first thing I noticed was it just had a different feel to it. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if it was the HD and like fancy digital camera stuff that they're doing now, or if how they're filming it is a little different. It just felt more like they actually had handheld cameras in camp, and I don't know. Anyways, I totally loved it. There's definitely some people on this season that I really like, some that I really hate, but I think it's going to be a really good one in general, just based on what I saw. So I'm just going to kind of reflect on some stuff today because I think part of the downer of yesterday's premiere was that it was only an hour long instead of a 2 hour, so we didn't really get a big opportunity to meet everyone. Like, there's people I don't know their names. They never even got a chance to talk on screen, so I have no idea who these people are. So I feel like it's hard to make judgments so early in the season based on just that 1 hour kind of glimpse, because you really only saw the Yellow Tribe. But the first thing I'm going to comment on is this Russell Hantz guy. I kind of love him because he seems just like he's missing a few marbles or something. He's a little crazy, but he clearly is on this show because he wants to like be a personality. Like he said it himself, he doesn't need the money. But I feel like his motivations are kind of annoying to me. That he's on this show because he wants to prove that anyone can win it or whatever. I just I feel like he needs a better reason than that. And I also think there's no way in hell he's gonna win. Even if he makes it as far, like Coach made it pretty far, but ultimately I don't think this guy is a shot. I do think CBS did a good job in the advertising, kind of playing this guy up, because I think the person everyone like always talks about each season is kind of like the villain, like, you know, Johnny Fairplay, Coach. You've got these people who really stand out. So I think that, you know, CBS was doing their promos and they had, you know, Russell burning the socks and whatever. So it was interesting that he had such a big edit on the episode as well. But clearly they're playing to the people who like these villains. So I thought that was really interesting. I just don't think that he'll last. He's too strong of a personality, and I think he's going to get targeted later on because he's going to seem really shady. And they're gonna kind of be like, no, we can't have this guy anymore. Who else? I really think Shannon Shambo. I kind of love that she was like Shambo. I think she's cool. I think she's screwed herself by not getting in the water. I don't know if you guys were paying attention that closely, but the purple team or whatever was like building, and they're like, let's take a 5-minute soak, and she's just like sitting on the beach. All 9 other people are in the water, but being the one person on the beach, she totally just like wrote her ticket home because she's not seemingly making an effort to make relationships with these people. And I feel like that's gonna bite her in the ass. Like, sorry Shambo, but you're screwing yourself right there. So that was upsetting to me, to say the least. What else? I thought there was clearly some humorous aspects of the episode. The part that kind of got me going and just laughing a lot is I go to the same university as Jason. I'm not in the same program as him at all, but I thought I kind of want to like stalk this guy. So I mean, that's a joke, but I thought it was really funny because they picked him to be the swimmer, and this isn't trying to be racist or anything, but then Mike was like, black people don't swim or whatever, and I was kind of like, yeah, this guy looks more like books and stuff, like, I don't know, swimming. And then he's like, I'm on the national water polo team. I thought that was like the greatest moment ever. Like, great pick. But for some reason I just thought that was really funny because you could clearly see people's faces. Like, you pick him? Because there's other guys who clearly look like maybe they're better swimmers, but because this guy's in a sweater vest. But I loved that moment. And I really like Jason. I think he's gonna do a good job in this game because in this first episode, he wasn't coming out like hitting hard. When they were, you know, building shelter and all that, he definitely let beardy guy, I don't remember his name. He let that guy kind of do the talking. So kind of the one that was the asshole, that guy. They let him do the talking. So I think he's going to kind of stand back. He's not going to take that leader role because it's the leader who gets cut off if the lower people aren't liking what's going on. So I thought that was a good move on his part. I think physically he's really good to keep around, and I think if they'll keep him far enough in, and then he'll be mentally apt enough to stay in it. And once he gets into the merge, he's, especially because they're on a beach this year with water challenges, being a good swimmer, I think he'll be really dangerous. So he's my favorite so far. I'm not going to say he's my pick to win, but because I haven't seen most of the purple team, but I really liked him. I didn't like any of the girls that they really focused on. The fact that Russell could get the tribe to vote Marisa out kind of shows that there isn't a lot of intellect going on the female side, at least on the yellow team, because it was just like, they were all kind of like whiny and like, okay, yeah. I like Liz. I think she's going to be interesting, but there isn't anyone that stands out to me in the girls. Lots of male personalities that I think are really interesting. So that was interesting to me. I'm still shocked that they have 20 people. I don't know what they are gonna, they're gonna have to have a double elimination at some point. And then clearly I feel like there'll be a medical. So I think the numbers will dwindle faster. And I think if there is a medical, because there's so many people, they will go ahead and have a vote too. Because sometimes they like skip the vote and whatever if there's a medical. But I feel like they'll go straight into a vote. I really hope at maybe 16 they'll do a good flip around with tribes. Especially because in the promos for next week they're talking about like a bitter rivalry between the tribes forming because of the super physical challenge. So I think it could be really cool if they flip it around after the tribes have this rivalry and stuff. And I think honestly, there's not a lot to say because it was such a short episode for what they had to offer. And the fact that there was a reward challenge and a premiere kind of threw me off. I liked that. That was a good twist. But that was surprising. Oh, I guess we should talk about the whole, electing a leader thing. I thought that was really interesting. I secretly hope that because they had those necklaces, like the leader necklaces or whatever, I secretly hope that those turn out to be immunity idols, because I think that'd be awesome. And I was kind of also secretly hoping that whoever they elected would be, immune or something, because that would be a really good twist. But I really want those necklaces to be immunity idols, because that would be, a great twist. And if there's clues and stuff, and then, the last clue says, it's around Russell's neck, that would be great. I should be a writer for Survivor, think up these things. But, I did think it was interesting that they had them straight up pick someone just based on first impressions, kind of a theme going off of last season. But instead of picking someone who's, the weakest, they're picking someone who they think is the strongest based on image. And I also think it's interesting just, what kind of images portray a leader, the big, strong doctor. They had no idea. They had no idea he's a doctor, but he's tall, good-looking, and strong leader. He might be the dumbest guy there. He's not. He's a doctor, but, it was interesting. So, anyways, that's all I've got for you today. I'm sure I'll have more next week. Until then, have a good week, and Survivor Thursday. See you there.